Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be making some lasagna. So, stay tuned. First things first, we're going to open our box and boil our noodles. This is what a lasagna noodle looks like. Alright, we have our ground beef on. So we got our ground beef. I'm going to season my beef. I'm using some garlic powder. And some pepper. Normally when I make my lasagna, I make a large pan, but it's just for my husband and I, so I'm not making a large pan. I'm just making a small pan. You don't want to be wasting food. Looking for the onion powder. Just cook the ground beef. Check my noodles. Don't want them to get too soft because you know they got to finish cooking in the oven. Ground beef produces its own juices, and all you do is let it cook its way through. Just a little bit.
Baby, hit up that subscribe, baby.
That's the ground better. Smelling good, smelling good. Yes.
Wow, where these guys hit? Say this. Baby, hit that subscribe, baby.
Hit that subscribe, baby. I'm pouring out my noodles from off the stove. And one thing about noodles, I just don't understand why, but it always seems the one gets stuck at the bottom of the oven, the bottom of the pan every time, no matter what. Every time I cook, I always get one noodle stuck at the bottom. Just one, all the time. Now I'm gonna stir it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the noodles off. Okay. Give me some gloves.
Okay.
I'm rinsing my noodles off. And they like al dente. Because they're going to finish cooking in the oven. Thank you, baby. He's sneaking for some donuts. Look at him. He didn't think I was paying attention. Alright, my ground beef is done. I'm going to go ahead and strain the rest of the juice off of that. The rest of the grease that we have. I'm going to strain that off of there. Look at a little sneaky buzzard. A little sneaky buzzard. I have a strainer and I pour my ground beef into. You always want to make sure you strain the remaining juices off of your meat. Some people don't, but I do. because that juice build up and it's just like a mess. So I pour strain the rest of the juice off of there. And you always want to make sure you remove the pan from the stove because the eye is still hot, so whatever you put on there will still be cooking. I'm preparing my ricotta cheese. I'm using 1 egg. I'm going to use my ricotta cheese. I'm adding parsley flakes for the greenery. 2 pinches of sugar. And some salt. And I'm going to use some, I think I had it in the refrigerator. Yep. Some Parmesan cheese. A lot of people don't know, like once you open your Parmesan cheese, once it's open freshly, you have to refrigerate. Remind you, it's cheese. So, add some Parmesan cheese in there. This is my ricotta mix that goes at the bottom of my lasagna. And there you have it, the ricotta mix. Now I have my pasta sauce right here. My pasta sauce. This is my ground beef. Pasta sauce I'm using. Oh, and I didn't show y'all a picture of the ricotta cheese. This is the ricotta cheese. I put the sauce in there, and I stir ground beef up. Add a little bit more parsley flakes. You want to try to make sure you season your meat. When you cook your meat, the seasoning always cook down a little bit, so you can never go wrong with onion powder, and pepper. You can never have it be wrong. And garlic powder.
Mama,
Yes.
I know your food will be good.
It's gonna be good. You can't wait.
Nope.
So I have that there.
I didn't have lasagna for
You didn't have lasagna?
no more.
I have my pan. I have another bottle of pasta sauce. I pour that. You always want to make sure you layer. I should have had all my utensils out, but I didn't. I want to make sure I layer the bottom with some sauce. take a noodle and I want to lay a noodle down. Your noodles tend to sometimes break. So the bottom layer, try to lay the broken ones down at the bottom so that it's easier. It's easier to piece together at the bottom. But normally, I don't have too many broken ones, but that's fine. I'll lay that down. Because the first layer comes down is the ricotta cheese. Something else. All right, this is my first layer, which is the layer of the ricotta cheese. I'll lay it down. And then you lay another layer of pasta noodles. I lay a little bit of pasta sauce down because I don't want the noodles to be dry. So you want to make sure you have moisture in between. So that's where the second jar of pasta comes in at. Okay. And then I lay down some ground beef. Can you see that, though? Normally I make 2 and 3 layers, but my pan is not that deep this time around, so I'm only doing 1 layer of meat. I did the ricotta cheese, and I'm just going to be the layer of meat, and then it's going to be just the topping. You can make as many layers as you choose. But you want to make sure that you have a deep enough pan, because when you start layering this meat, it gets real thick. These are my bags of cheese that I'm opening up. At the Mexican style. And a little bit of mozzarella. I have some sharp cheddar. See, I haven't even laid the top layer down yet, and you see it's already thick. So I'll be mindful of what I'm actually doing, because my pan is not deep enough. Now, I don't want it to overflow too much when I go put it in the oven. So when you do a lasagna, you always want to make sure that you have a deep enough pan. Me, I'm just using the pan I got in the house for right now. Yes, I like cheese. Sharp cheddar. Here we go with another layer of the pasta noodles. See, I laid it down. Now, I have noodles left, so I'm going to pull back, and I want to put a layer, a pasta layer right here at the tip, so it can lay down like that. And I'm going to do another one. Actually, I could do a braid form because I have a few pieces left. And you know, you do the braid form where you do it in and out, which would be cute. Maybe I'll try that next time around. Right now, I'm just doing, just plain. What you doing, King? Huh?
Yes.
Yes, get it together, bud. Just don't want to waste the noodles.
That tastes so delicious, Mama.
It tastes so delicious?
Yeah.
Delicious, delicious.
I think when people look at you, they like, that's it. That looks like
I made sure I laid all the little noodles in there that I have. And that's the final layer right there. So on top of that final layer, I will be laying the pasta sauce. And more cheese. Start with the mozzarella. I'm going to the Mexican style. Sharp cheddar. This brand of cheese is cheddar is cut really. And then I'm gonna lay some more mild white cheddar. This one is cut a lot thinner. My oven is already on. It's set at 325. And I will place this in there and let it cook. See, and if you have a short pan like me, you want to make sure you turn it up so that when it cooks, that the sauce doesn't spill over in your oven. And here I go with the parsley flakes, and you just want to sprinkle that on top for color. Let me see. What do I'm looking for? No, that's it. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. And we're gonna put this in the oven and we will be back. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready to take it out the oven. Whew. There we have it. The lasagna. Ooh. I'm just throwing the camera all around. There we have it. I definitely can't pick this one up because it's hot. See that? Lovely. Tastes lovely. Ooh. Turn it around a little bit. So I'll let that sit for a minute. And then we'll be cutting into that. I have a nice little picture. That looking good, man. It's going to taste lovely too. Enjoy. Try that recipe. Don't wait for me to be done a video. Just go ahead and finish reading. I got you. That's it. That's the final piece. I went back in because I wanted to make sure it was recording. But thank you for watching. And tune in and wait for more recipes and Cooking with Laura.